Come on, baby. There you go.
All right.
Hello. We are back. After a little 2-week break there we took. So welcome, everybody. This is the Punk Rock Libertarians Podcast, episode 413. I'm Otto. Tonight, I'm joined with Jared.
Hello.
There's Alex.
Hey.
Oh, and Nikki Pinecone's in the house.
Hey, yo.
And James Coach Bab.
Great to be with you.
Thanks for being here, Coach. Appreciate it.
Anything, Sam.
Life coach Bab?
No, Coach from Cheers. That's
okay.
Yeah.
So for any people,
the
inside bit here is I posted a meme where it showed a picture of the whole cast of the show Cheers, and it had their numbers, like of their age, above each character, and most of them were in their mid-30s. And I posted, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then James was just like, I guess I'm going on coach years.
yeah, I'm not quite at Coach's stage, but of all the characters, that was definitely the closest one for me. I'm like, okay, that's, just.
And for all of those who are curious, his was 58. So James isn't there yet. He's creeping.
Yeah, I might not ever get there, but we got a few more years.
Well, not with the way this show's going. But no, it's great to be back.
I thought I'd be at least like a Cliff Clavin, Nope. Coach.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, well, life goes that way sometimes, but I'm glad to be back. We took a little 2-week break because somebody over here got married.
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations to Jared.
Did you get a
Thank
prenup?
you. I did not get a prenup.
Oh,
All these years with Bab, and you didn't get a
I know.
prenup.
I know. I may live to regret it, but hopefully not.
I think he's failing
The
on
world
that
mourns.
coach title already.
well, I had to make all the mistakes myself, so hopefully others can learn from them or choose not to, but good luck.
Good.
Hopefully she won't break up with you and then sue you and then you become a criminal like that happened to me. But I'm sure you've chosen better than I did.
I hope so.
I was just really excited to show my friends all my pictures of my Jewish friends' wedding. Like, look, they got the hats and everything, everybody.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Jewish weddings.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was.
Did you have a
was
live
up on a
klezmer
chair.
band?
Didn't have a live klezmer band. We had a string quartet.
You didn't get
Not
Go-Go
a klezmer.
Bordello in there or nothing? Like, you
Oh,
didn't
that
have
would've
them
been
come in and
great.
fucking play it up? They
Like
have to do
slide.
weddings, right?
Probably.
Chicken
right?
dance.
No,
I want to have
chicken
Dick
dance.
Cheese do my wedding. Does he
Richard
still?
Cheese.
Richard Dick Cheese.
I would guarantee he's doing weddings at this point in his career.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
it was
but I
years ago. I
promise
looked
you-
on
and
his website. He does them.
I promise you do not want him there. His politics just getting in the way of everything these days.
Oh,
It's
I
just
haven't
sad.
kept
Really?
up. I have
Is
no
he that-
idea.
Is he one of those guys? now?
Yes, and it's
Oh.
annoying.
Very sad.
I honestly
I-
hadn't heard that name in probably 10 years.
I had to mute him on one of the social media sites I followed him on because I was just got sick of fucking seeing this stupid post. And like, I like you. I want to continue liking you.
But
That's the problem with Twitter, man. It ruins celebrities.
yeah,
You just
But
hear everything
that's
that
the
they
good
think.
thing about
It's-
Twitter is it's ruined celebrities.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I liked it better when celebrities didn't have like a big platform to be on. They just did movies, and then that was it.
Right,
didn't
you could
really
just
care
like
what they
them.
think.
Right, you could just like them for their choice
Oh,
of
but you're-
characters and their
but you're-
performance and
Right.
their acting ability.
But you're missing
But
the point.
It's like I don't know what Philip Seymour Hoffman thinks about, like,
that's the beauty
Joe
of it,
Biden.
though. Now nobody gives a shit what Philip Seymour Hoffman thinks
well, he's dead.
because they ruined that.
I
on
don't even
him,
know who
so-
that is.
He did
Oh,
heroin.
he's like one of the best actors of all time, man.
He'll always be the
Big
flaming
Lebowski?
guy in the wheelchair to me.
What's that?
He'll always be the flaming guy in the wheelchair rolling down the street to me.
Mm.
Jared, how's Hawaii, man? How was your?
Oh,
honeymoon?
man.
Yeah, how was Honolulu?
So
or
you got
whatever?
that book shirt.
Yeah, we were in Maui.
Maui, sorry.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was amazing.
All right, let's hear all about it.
How much did people hate you there?
What? For what?
Oh, you fucking white faces. Can't stand y'all over there.
No, the locals were actually really friendly. At least the ones that we encountered.
Yeah.
The ones that are hired by the hotel staff.
Well, yeah, those ones were very friendly. The valet guys
Even the
were
ones in
very
customer
friendly.
service, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought you think
Well,
strippers
probably
like you too.
If they find out you're not in the Navy, you're probably okay. You know,
Yeah.
like
Well, we weren't on Oahu, which is where Pearl Harbor is, which is where all the Navy motherfuckers are. We were like where
Good.
like, tourists and
I would want to
honeymooners
just go to all the Magnum PI sites. You know, like I mean,
Never
can you
watched
go to
that.
Higgins' house, and oh
Yeah.
man,
Jared sent us a picture of the Hawaiian shirt gift shop, and he was like, "I'm at Bug Ground Zero, boys."
Yeah, it was just like
it was glorious.
It was like every other shop was just like filled with like Hawaiian shirts. I'm wearing one of the ones that I
wow.
bought.
Who?
I bought several.
Wow,
Oh,
Nice. Styling.
Sexy.
It's
Yeah, it was
crisp.
fun. It's a beautiful place. We did this thing called the Road to Hana, which is this long, windy road, and there's a bunch of stops with like waterfalls and black sand beaches, and then we climbed up this thing called Haleakala Crater, which is this just giant volcanic mountain, and it's got all these just interesting features. And yeah, it's a awesome place. I highly recommend it.
nice.
Were you on a resort pretty much the whole time?
I mean, we stayed on we were staying at a resort. We were staying at the Sheraton on Kanalapi Beach.
Ooh.
How much pork did you eat?
I ate a lot of pork.
Any spam?
No spam. I ate a lot of fish, of course.
Heyo.
Poke? How about poke
Oh,
bowls?
That wasn't a joke.
We actually didn't get. We were going to get a poke bowl, but we just had too much other shit we wanted to try.
I thought it was
Food-wise.
Poke Bowl.
Poke.
I don't know.
Is that the
I
white
don't
trash?
think
I think
Wait,
it's.
wait,
I think it's. I think
You
it's
tell
actually
me,
poke.
Jared.
Poke bow.
I think it's actually just poke.
At that
got
Hawaiian place
them
in Arbutus, they call it
Poke
a poke bow.
We got acai bowls though.
Oh,
Those are good.
now you
Fresh
fancy.
fruit.
You island folk people. Oh man,
Yeah.
well that's awesome, dude. Like that. So, like, would you recommend other people go there for sure?
Oh
Or
yeah.
on a-
Oh for sure. Yeah.
I'm still having difficulty believing it happened because Jared definitely looks like the Vegas wedding kind of guy. It's
Vegas
this
wedding
honeymoon
idea-
guy.
No. Like I was imagining, like you just go to Vegas and do the whole fucking.
No, that's
thing
more about like a
there.
Vegas bachelor party kind of a guy.
I did
Oh,
Nashville
wow.
for the bachelor party.
which we
That's
weren't
just
invited
as
to.
trashy.
I'm sorry, Otto.
Sorry. It's okay.
You say
It's okay.
Nashville's just as trashy. I think Nashville's
Yeah.
got like fighting words there for him. I agree with
Wait,
you
you think-
entirely, but
You think
They're
it's
pissed.
trashier
They're
than you think it's
pissed.
trashier than Vegas, or competes or surpasses?
I
see,
mean,
like,
I've been both. I've been to both.
it's like the Hollywood of fucking middle of nowhere.
There's a lot of cool there's a lot of cool non-touristy shit in Nashville though. Like there's a lot of cool bars that are like not like I feel like Vegas is just for tourists. Like is there anything that you're like, "Oh, like let me find the hidden gem of Vegas?" No, it's all just like casinos and like
Oh no, dude! There's totally hidden gems in Vegas.
there?
You just gotta move the dead bodies.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be willing to go down the old strip. You know that kind of shit.
Hell yeah.
I only know this because my little brother lives in Vegas.
Yeah. My brother lived in Vegas for a time.
And what's funny is like my mom like came up with she was like wanted to get him and his wife something interesting for like Christmas, and ended up finding like this weird room that just does this one particular type of theme that exists in Vegas. And you just kind of assume anyone who lives in Vegas has done everything there is to do in Vegas. And he's like, I've never ever fucking heard of this. And I live in that city.
Wow.
So there's always something, man. There's
Yeah.
always something.
Yeah, maybe that's unfair of me. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time in Vegas, but I've been to Nashville like many times.
Never
But it's
been.
the
There's
new
some cool
Hollywood,
shit.
so fuck that place.
Perhaps.
That's where all the awful things that happen in culture are from Nashville.
But don't like
now.
beautiful people go to Hollywood?
Yeah, it's Nashville too now.
Yeah, there's some
Oh, you're
good-looking
saying
people in
beautiful
Nashville.
people are going to Nashville?
Yeah,
I thought it
it's-
was like for like country music or whatever.
No, that's what it used to be. But since country music is all the music that makes all the money now, you know, there's that.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that.
Yeah, I don't listen to country music either, but
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of America does. So
Not.
I listen to the good shit, but yeah.
Well, that's good.
some good old Hank 3.
Yeah, you're not going to see like Hank
Yeah.
3 or
Well, there's like if you go to the very end of the strip on Broadway,
Wait, there's a
There's,
third
like-
Hank Williams.
Yeah, he's based.
Yeah.
You never listened to
Yeah,
him,
he's
Babs?
He's also, I'm pretty sure, super racist, but that's neither here nor there.
Who isn't?
Well, wait, what's it? Yeah, he's the one who got.
We
I guess
all-
it's probably not any different than the original.
He's the
two.
He's
one
a
who
member
used
of
to
the
do the,
Azov Battalion, but his he really picks a good
Honestly,
banjo.
if you ever saw the fucking dude, you'd probably be thinking, man, that guy looks like he's probably in the Azov Battalion.
He used to do like the Monday Night Football theme song, and then they
That's
found out he was like a huge
right.
racist, and they kicked him.
Oh,
out.
no,
really?
no,
he
they
took
found
over
out he
for
was
his
a-
dad, and then they.
No, he was
Wasn't it
he
was it a
supported
racism?
McCain or something. It wasn't
No,
even
he was-
racist.
No,
Was
he
it?
said something racist. Yeah,
I don't
or
know.
like allegedly racist.
Yeah, I was allegedly.
well, allegedly.
no.
No, Hank 3 used to tour. He used to do these fucking wild shows. I have a couple friends that have been, have told me stories. I don't know that I could hang in those type of environments, but like they'll start out with him doing like his country act, and then like they'll get a little bit more rocking in the second set, and then the third set is his heavy metal band Ass Jack.
Yeah,
And so it's just like so they run the full gamut of white trash music from the
Oh.
beginning to the end of the show.
I
Sounds
saw him a
fun.
couple years ago at 930 Club in DC. I mean, we're talking, geez, probably 2010, 2011. So, but yeah, it was insane. He had to be so coked out of his mind because he did about an hour and a half straight of his country set. And then, like you said, Nikki P, it like transitioned. And then he maybe came back out like after maybe taking a 10-minute break and then just went into a metal set. It was insane.
I
But
think he just like plows through a bunch of coke backstage, and then it's
Okay.
like, okay, now I do metal. Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
it makes
How that works.
sense.
That's how it
Yeah,
works.
His albums are fucking great, though.
yeah, and it was such a random crowd at that show. It was such a mix of sea of all types.
no clue. Like I have not even.
I
the
mean, it was like
slightest idea.
punk, it was like hardcore, it was country, it was normies, it was metalheads. It was just such a weird mix.
I love going to shows when
Sounds
you just
cool.
don't know what the crowd's gonna be. One of my favorite bands, I actually got married in their T-shirt, and it was beautiful because there's a black woman's ass featured on like the T-shirt. It's Bad Rabbits, and what's fucking hilarious is that when you go to a Bad Rabbits show, like I would describe them as basically like the Michael Jackson of punk or whatever.
Michael Jackson of punk.
The king of punk.
Basically, you go to their shows, and it's a bunch of fucking white dudes or a bunch of hardcore kids in their 30s, or well, it'd be 40s now. Shit, but they haven't been that big. But you go to these shows, it was always just this one type of crowd, like basically the hardcore kids that were really into Michael Jackson.
What?
That's weird.
It's super fucking weird, but it was amazing, and they were amazing too.
What were they called?
Bad Rabbits.
Bad
And
Rabbits.
they fucking like they do like they basically it's like I don't know, fucking pop funk with breakdowns. A way of putting it.
Hmm.
I met the
Sounds great.
band, and they all come from like post-hardcore backgrounds and shit, but they're like playing in a band to try and make money. So it's kind of got like that modern pop sound to the music that they make. But they're real fun guys, real nice.
He was a fun guy.
Nice.
Cool. Well, I don't know how the hell we got here.
Yeah, way to go
But,
on a
Jared's
tangent there,
wedding.
Nikki P.
That's Nick's specialty. That's
Yeah,
what that's what
tangent.
he's here for.
Hey, at least we were talking about music for a change.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
Well,
at least
a
it's
lot
not
of the
all like
haters were-
It's not like Mises Caucus and shit.
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, that's a good transition. But real quick, I want to
You and
say
your
the best
dirty
part
laundry.
about Jared's wedding was getting to see Kyle Wagner line dance several times.
Oh my god.
That was my
Yeah.
favorite
There's
part.
video, right? Please tell me. there's
No,
video.
unfortunately,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
did not get video. Maybe
Dude, oh.
there's.
I have a little Kyle anecdote.
Yes.
But so he gave me a wedding gift, and it was a cool gift. It was actually like a gold coin, like a small gold coin. But the thing I found funny about it was, and I don't know if this was intentional, but it was like an official US mint one. So it had like a government like stamp on it.
Oh, that's
And it was-
perfect.
and it came with like in a little box that said like officially minted by the U.S. government. It was like,
Hey, you know
that
what?
is the
That's the kind of
perfect Kyle
statism
gift.
that I'll take all day long. Bring me, you can just bring me.
He was
bring
up
me that
late watching
statism.
Fox News, and there was a commercial. Get your U.S. minted
See, it's
gold
a-
coin.
I would have
Is it
handled
like a
that.
9/11 commemorative or?
No, it's just like a Lady Liberty or something on it. It's
I would-
really nice.
I would have handled it
Yeah,
very
but
differently.
I thought that was funny.
I would have gotten a rock and painted it gold, and then just stamped the word shekel on it for you.
Wow.
I guess it is
sounds
kind of
anti-Semitic somehow. I'm not sure, but
Yes, somehow it is. I'm also drinking the grossest beer. I know this is random. I can't even drink this shit. It's so bad.
I'm drinking one of the
that
best
says
beers
something
ever
for
made.
you. What the hell is it?
It's from Manor Hill Brewing. It's called Fuzz Farm, and it's Belgian wheat beer with peaches, and it literally tastes like
That sounds terrible.
Like- but it doesn't taste anything like peaches. It tastes like an ashtray. It tastes like smoke. Like they smoked the peaches or something. I don't know what this is. So
you got,
fucking gross.
you got the one that was sitting at the end of the machine that the guy was using as a spitter that just happened to actually fall into the line.
I don't know.
Ooh,
That's so gross.
mean,
I don't
that's
know.
just-
I can't drink this. This is terrible.
Tell me, do you,
I-
the other
I
any
was
ashes
drinking
in
this
it?
cool. I was drinking the Be More Snowball, sours. Those are good. This is my last one. So I had found this beer in the fridge when I went on vacation, and it was the only. Went up. We rented this house, and my brothers had already left the beach house, and we were the only ones there, just me and my family. And I saw this in the fridge, and I was like, "Can I have the?" No one claimed the beer, so I was like, "All right, I'll take it." So I took it home, and I just figured I'd crack it open for the podcast, and it's just absolutely disgusting.
I'm
That's fine
I'm
for the
sorry
rest of it.
that happened. Jared, what do you have?
I have
Yeah,
got
also
a
good beer.
Dogfish Head 60-minute
Ooh, can't go wrong there.
From Delaware.
from Delaware. really.
Yes.
Their flagship. How is it?
It's great. I mean, it's Old Faithful for me.
Yeah, that's a good
When
one.
in doubt, just grab the pack of 60-minute.
You're right.
Are you You're not drinking it out of the can, are you?
Yeah, I'm drinking out of the can.
Ooh, okay.
Does that gross you out?
Well,
That's such a beer connoisseur.
The coach
It's a
is not
little,
impressed.
I don't know.
The
I mean,
bench.
a lot of people drink beer out of the can, and in a pinch, we've all been there. Right.
I was kind of in a pinch. I was kind of rushing to get on the show, and I
Hit
did
the
not
showers,
grab
Jared. You heard
one of my
Coach.
pint glasses and
I've got
hit the shower.
I've got
Ooh, that's cool.
Crusher from the Alchemist
Oh, nice.
The Alchemist.
in an
On your
actual
recent trip
glass.
up there?
That way you can kind of see what it is, and then you can
Ooh.
kind of smell it. you
Oh
know,
yeah,
For our
Just
listeners,
kind of,
it's
those
a very
glasses are so
hazy looking,
fragile.
dank looking beer.
I want that
I've
company.
broken like 3 of those glasses, Babs. They're like
Well,
so
that just-
thin, aren't they?
I've lost a couple, but they are thin. But I've got a couple different makes of this design. You
Yeah.
just have to buy more. Like what are you gonna
Yeah. Well, I had one that was an actual like Dogfish Head one from like the brewery, but it was like paper thin, and it just like they just kept breaking.
do? Did you ever have the Dogfish Head Chicha beer?
No.
Well, it's a special South American recipe where it uses fermented corn, but the corn first has to be broken down by chewing it, right? So a bunch of people chew the corn and spit it out, and then you ferment it, and the saliva breaks down the corn.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
beer.
dude.
Yeah,
It's actually.
I'm not making it. I mean, but they
it's
brewed
actually
it.
a
They're
No, this
like,
is
common
true
okay,
story.
let's
I
try it.
drink this.
I've never had an opportunity to.
Yeah.
That dude he had a show, didn't he? Or maybe it was I
Are we
forget.
just
It
gonna
was a
gloss
very
over the
short
fact
run
that people are
series, and they were
chewing
talking
beer?
about that, and that is
Yeah, they
That's
had
a true
beer
story.
Yeah, they had like a beer series or whatever, and they would show you like several of their different beers and how they'd make them, and Dogfish. They're great at having a TV show. They're great at coming up with like, holy shit, it's Chicha beer. I just feel like they're not really that great at making beer. It's not one of my
Oh,
favorites.
wow. Them
you know?
fighting words.
So James, does that particular version or beer you're drinking have a peach variety?
Not that I've heard of.
I only ask because I really want there to be a pea crusher variant to walk
A
around with.
pea crusher.
Yeah, pussy
Mhm.
crusher.
Okay,
Yeah, slang.
I thought it meant.
I'm
penis
just
crusher.
not hip these days.
For
I
sex.
don't know what the kids are. I don't know the lingo.
It's all right, coach. And just
Oh yeah. Joe says it's like the cat shit coffee. That's what it was reminding me of.
That's
like-
like yes, yeah, the
Yeah.
cat shit coffee.
That's another
whatever.
thing.
Yeah.
This
I wanna
It's not
try
a
it. I wanna
cat.
try that,
It's not a cat. It's a civet. That is not a cat. It's-
whatever.
it's-
Might
I
as
would
well.
rather eat civet shit than some corn that somebody chewed on, I think.
You'd have to be some kind of
Really?
an idiot to eat cat shit, but this is civet shit coffee. Okay,
Right.
There's a difference.
Yeah, I'm not some kind of animal.
Yeah, you got to pay twice as much for it. You know, that's the real
I
key
don't
here.
know what's going
Right.
on.
Hey,
I
did you
don't
get
know.
Blue Mountain coffee when you were in Jamaica, Alex?
I brought some back, but it was expensive. So I brought some back, and I
brought
gave
back
some
some
to my
blind
dad for his birthday. But yeah, it was a little pricey, but
Where'd you get
delicious.
it?
They had it like available on the like at a gift shop. Whether or not it's the real deal, but
Probably
it's
is.
on the packaging. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. So yeah, speaking of music and Mises Caucus,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm not gonna go there.
We can go there. Let's go there.
I don't.
How about
After hours?
Yeah. Well, I won't be.
Sure, We'll do
well,
after hours.
It's all good.
Okay, then, and we'll
Do it for after hours. Yeah.
Spoiler alert: Ed
That's right.
Reagan's
Alex.
a Fed.
Alex has an appointment with some football.
With the sports ball, I gotta watch
Sports ball.
Gotta watch those birds.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Can you just kind of like keep it on like in the background during the after hours show? I mean,
Maybe.
That's a no.
Dude, I've missed the first two Ravens games. The first one I was in Hawaii, and it came on at like 7 a.m. and we actually were going up to Haleakala that day. And then the second one, my cousin had her wedding, so we had to go to that. So I missed
You
like
at
the
your
first
cousin's
two.
wedding?
Oh
Yeah.
damn, that game was crazy yesterday.
I know, I missed it.
Well, it's
missed
probably
it.
good you did. So
Yeah, I would have been really pissed.
Yeah, I was
Instead,
watching.
I was just like mildly like, ugh.
I was at Dobbs
Meh.
Beer Hall watching that, and it was entertaining. Tyreek Hill's a monster, but no one cares. No one wants to hear that. They want
Jalen
to hear.
Waddle.
nobody wants to hear sports ball.
They
on
want to hear
PRL.
us. They want to hear us talk about the pedophile elite
Biden.
of this country,
Right.
and
We're shining the light
importantly,
where
there's
others
a lot to
won't.
talk
We are-
about.
we are one less pedo in this country. Because while we were gone, the Queen of England died. That's what happens when everyone here at Punk Rock Libertarians. What happens when we take a break? Or the world just freaks out and goes to hell. And it wasn't. I think today's the 2-year anniversary. of
You
Ruth
don't want
Bader
to be saying
Ginsburg,
that,
too.
Otto. You do not want to take us down that path because there will be demands to cancel the show. If you guys stopping the show for a week kills the Queen of England, imagine what stopping the show entirely could do for world peace.
Trust me, we
Biden's
already
dead
have
tomorrow.
plenty of.
Yeah,
Klaus
what other
Schwab
dies
politicians
on
can
week
we
3.
cause the deaths of in Minecraft?
What were some of your guys' favorite memes like from the period? I mean, like I got kind of tired of them pretty fast, but then like they really got good there for a while. So
They
Spirit
did.
Halloween store one's my favorite.
Yeah, that was.
I like the one that shows there's the TV preacher and he's like, Lord, I've seen what you've done for Great
Yeah.
Britain, and I want that for me.
I had to post that on the Punk Rock Libertarians Instagram. Go follow us on Punk Rock at Punk Rock Libertarians on Instagram. Give us a follow. We've been stuck at 19,700 people. I need to get to 20,000.
Get us
do it.
Whatever
over the
reason.
hump.
Yes, my memes have been dank. I think they're being shadow banned because we're so based.
Fight the algorithm.
Well,
like
yeah,
the dank
so let's-
means. Like and share.
So normally we talk about how Joe Biden's a pedophile, but I think for
Mhm,
this
mhm,
special
mhm, mhm.
occasion, we should mention King Charles's connections to Jimmy Savile. Do you guys know
yes.
who that dude is?
No.
Do
No, but
tell.
let's bring up the docs. I've
listeners
heard
who
about
don't.
him.
Pray tell.
Let me. Well, I'll tell you what, Jared. Could you pull up his like Wikipedia, and I'll just give the overview, and then you can maybe
Travel.
give some of the. Anyway, this guy was a very famous dude in England. He's dead now. Personal friend of the royal family. First name basis with Charles, a trusted advisor that would
What's his
help
name?
them.
Jerry?
Here we go. I got
Jimmy,
the docs.
Jimmy
Jimmy.
Savile or 2 L's E, and he was an advisor to the royal family that would help them get out of their PR troubles. Like if Prince Andrew had done some racist shit or something,
Yes.
he's the guy they brought him in to help fix. This guy was famous, big into children's philanthropy. Okay, so now this gives you an idea where this is going. He loved helping children so much that he got himself an apartment in the children's hospital.
Look at this guy.
Unfortunately, a few hundred kids might have been raped, Okay, and he's a knight, of course. He's got special badges. 214 alleged acts, some including corpses. Okay, in the children's hospital. Okay, this was like not just somebody who the king hung around with, but this was a trusted, longtime friend of the royal family. So judge for yourself.
I have a second.
He's dead now.
I actually have a
Apparently.
second favorite meme.
good.
I'm really enjoying like just the pictures of Charles's fucking fingers.
Oh, they're so gross. Oh,
Like,
Dude, those
it's
are
like the
hands
creep-
that never did any manual labor ever.
No, those are hands that have certainly never touched a fucking woman. I'll tell you that much.
they look like they're fatter than mine. Like it's so gross, dude. It's bad.
Well,
They're like
does he-
swollen sausages.
Has
Filled
he?
with
I guess
blood.
he started using the groom of the stool now, right? Does he now has exclusive access to that person in the you know who I'm talking about?
No.
I dare you to Google groom of the stool, and I only heard about this from Alex Jones. So
Oh.
it's either true or it's
Well-
not true, but either way, supposedly
Well, he's not a
there's
libertarian anymore. So
There's a special person
What?
who's
What does that mean?
this is a very important, prestigious position in the service of the royal family. It's to make sure
It's
that
real.
the monarch's poop is handled in a dignified way at all times.
oh,
Says here, the groom of the stool was the most intimate of an English monarch's courtiers, responsible for assisting the king in excretion and hygiene.
What the
you can't you can't expect him to wipe his own ass.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the bloody king.
It's good to be the king.
Jesus Christ! Room of the Stool. That's the name of the podcast, right there.
Groom of the stool.
Write it
Groom
down.
of the stool.
It's a fancy looking box.
yeah. So Alex Jones told you this. Well, Alex Jones.
Right,
Like,
this is an
Jared,
important position.
missed this.
Like people probably killed each other to get this job. Like you get that close to the king.
So,
yeah.
so it sounds
to be
like
the
Jared missed the full court press against libertarianism over the
Yes.
past couple weeks.
Yeah, Jared.
Did I?
So Alex Jones went on Steven Crowder and said that libertarians are a cancer.
Oh, you
Wow.
You
Yeah.
missed
Well,
the Ben Shapiro one, like
And
the
then
next week.
Ben Shapiro, which was the dumbest
Well,
shit I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, Ben Shapiro's. I'm not surprised by that. That
yeah,
guy's-
he's so fucking stupid. But hearing, 'cause that's the problem. Alex gets with Steven Crowder, and they start going off, and Alex is very suggestive when he starts going on people's shows, and
Well,
he's like,
listen, I think isn't this a big plus for libertarianism in general? If somebody like Alex Jones can condemn it, right? Like it's not like saying, I mean, if we got an endorsement from Alex Jones, is that really going to enhance the libertarian
no,
image?
but it was always cool to say Alex Jones was right. Now it's just like, nope, Alex Jones was wrong.
Mm.
Him and
Of
Steven
course, he was
Crowder.
wrong on all kinds of shit all the time. Okay,
Yeah.
he just happens to
No.
be like really good at good rants and
Nope.
you
You're
know,
missing the
like-
fact, James. He's been wrong on some things so far. On a long enough timeline, he's always right. That's the world I live in. Eventually, all of it becomes true. I don't understand
Pizzagate.
how.
Does all of it come
the-
true, or does like 25% of the millions of things that he spews out come
That's
true?
'cause
And
you
it
haven't-
feels like everything's true.
It's because you just haven't hit the end yet, Jared. Eventually, when it's all
So like
over,
a million
it's all
years from
been
now,
revealed.
we'll have
Yeah,
the gay frogs.
No, the that was already proven.
Yeah, gay frogs is
They
already
weren't really
true.
gay though; they were like trans frogs.
Yeah, that's
So what? You
that
can
was the-
What are you, a
you can just-
biologist?
Yeah, I know.
So what? You can just
He's
hit,
a
like,
marine biologist.
You can just hit the edge of the target. You don't have to hit the bullseye. Come on.
Look,
Come on, don't be reasonable here, okay? We're trying to be.
This isn't a place for
look,
reason.
Ice Cube laid
No,
it out.
God
That means
damn
you're gay. Okay.
Hey,
no.
if
the
anybody
point
gets to
was-
go to if anybody goes to the king's like first press conference, wouldn't it be funny as shit if they said, "Have you chosen a new groom of the stool, Your
Yeah.
Highness?"
When does it say? Wait, okay. So going back to this subject, real quick, I have to know: does it say when the last groom of the stool existed? Does it say that, or is this something that's still going on?
Grooms
What do you
of the
think? Do you think the office has its own website and like media department? I
There's
don't
got to
think
be a
so.
citation somewhere when this
The
shit
last
stops,
one,
literally.
according to this, was James Hamilton from 1883 to 1901.
So that's when Queen Victoria died. So he was like He was wiping our ass.
Are you saying they've been wiping their own asses since 1901?
How do you know
highly
that's when Queen
skeptical.
Victoria
I don't
died?
buy it.
Because I'm a dork and I know when Queen Victoria died.
Could you just
it
imagine
was-
the
it was
poor
19,
queen or
1901.
whatever the day, like, I'm sorry, the groom we no longer have a groom of the stools. You're gonna have to wipe yourself, and like that must have just been the worst day ever.
God damn.
Was that guy?
Imagine.
No, I
beheaded?
think I think it's pretty clear they've always had it. In fact, it's probably now an entire team that's
Yep.
assigned to this.
That was the
Right.
last groom of the stool of Queen Victoria. So
That they're
Wow.
going to mention on Wikipedia.
Hmm. Yeah, I wonder if
Right.
Epstein had a groom of the stool.
it was Bill Clinton.
Epstein had camera access for the groom of the stool.
That is
Mm.
true.
Probably, you know what? I wouldn't.
Those
I'm
videos
sure.
exist.
You know what? I have a feeling when we find out who the new groom of the stool is, there's going to be a World Economic Forum connection, right? They're going to be like they've
Yeah.
like been deployed by Klaus Schwab to go
Right.
right in there and take care of business.
Eat the bugs and wipe the ass.
Hey, how about that pinky ring? Have you seen that like gold pinky ring that Epstein and Charles and Ghislaine Maxwell all have that gold pinky ring? You know what I'm talking about? Some people are acting like, oh, is this some kind of like, what does this mean? Why are they all wearing the same ring?
Isn't that just like rich people?
It's a certain style of ring that it's not exactly unique, and you don't see it close enough to know if they're really the same, but they're all
Right.
wearing sort of the same style pinky ring.
Maybe they just were like, hey, let's go get pinky rings one day.
Yeah, they were all drunk, and the queen wanted tattoos, but they're like, fuck it. You know,
Yeah.
let's just get pinky rings.
Right.
What was
And they'll
insane?
be like,
It's like,
they pinky swear with them.
did you see how many that one kid that trolled the funeral procession and got pulled away?
Yeah.
And he just called out Prince Andrew's
Is he dead
connections
now?
to Epstein and the cops. But what was terrible is like the people were jeering him and like just kind of booing him. And but it's insane that these fucking people, like I heard on the news that people were waiting in line for 12, 14, like almost 2 days waiting in a line like miles long to go see
The corpse.
the queen, like see the corpse. Like what the fuck? Like what is wrong with these people? Like I just don't get the
I'm gonna be honest. When
infatuation
you
with the
say it
royal
like that,
family.
I kind of want to go.
Just to pee?
Like, yeah,
Just
it's
to
just
take a
like to
pee?
see the corpse. Like, well, now it's their corpse. I mean, that part sounds
Well-
kind of cool. I'd like to see a lot more dignitary corpses.
But I mean, they're waiting in line. Like, what are you doing? Like,
In
You know what you
Minecraft.
need? Like, what if they were like, oh, you know what, she always wanted a Mongolian style funeral, and we're gonna like just lay her out on the mountain to be picked clean by birds. Right? And they could put like webcams on it and everything, and everyone could enjoy this.
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
but seeing some of the reactions, like at football games, and hearing some of these chants, they're glorious. I heard
Or
there was
like-
one football game where
Oh,
they
yeah.
were chanting "Lizzie's in a box, Lizzie's in a box," and there was quite a few.
Was this
good
an
chants at
Irish
the
football game or
well, this one, Jared has the docs, but this one was a Celtic football team. They're based out of Scotland. And
Okay.
right before the game, it was beautiful. They even had, for our listeners, it's not shown in the video, but I saw other videos where they had huge banners hanging or big banners in the fan section that, you know, if you hate the royal family, clap your hands. And they were just doing this nonstop chant before the game started. But yeah, this is it. We probably got to turn it up pretty high, Jared.
Plus the British accent, you guys can't catch.
Family clap.
Not
your hands.
100%. Would you say that's 50-50 clapping? What do you think?
The sign. if you
Probably
hate the
all
royal
of them.
It's a lot of people clapping.
Look, it's
Not
aggressive. You can hear the fucking you can hear the brogue and they're fucking chanting.
The security guards aren't clapping.
There was this one, Jared. The first link that was right before the game. That one's the actual players are clapping along, and even like the manager and the owners of the team, they're all clapping along.
I think this could be a great moment for hooligans, like to really shine, right?
Yep.
Like
A
You know,
moment
like,
of
this is what
solidarity.
this is what you've trained for, boys. Right?
Mhm.
Like, really get out there and let's have some drunken mayhem.
Yep. It's a moment where they could all come together.
Come together.
Well, you know, and just so you know, and people don't think that like we're making fun of the British people for the way they suck up to royalty, as if like people here in Washington D.C. don't do exactly the same shit for state funerals,
no.
Very
It's
true.
It's actually worse than
inaugurations.
that.
Oh yeah.
Or like
It's
police caravans.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it's
that's
dogs
true.
when they
Yeah.
die and shit.
You guys,
for you.
it's so much worse than that because here in America, they still fucking suck up to the British royalty. Why does
how
anyone
crazy.
Yeah,
in
that's
America
even-
fucking
yeah.
care? Like, why does anyone in America care about fucking this Markle?
Yeah, at least
like,
suck up to your own slave master.
Yeah, for
Right.
real.
Plant-based caucus. I wonder if Johnny Rotten attended the funeral.
Somehow I doubt it.
Is
I
he like
do-
super
But you know,
lib
I
now?
think it was
No,
I think it was
quite the
Johnny
contrary.
Rotten
Mhm.
gave a lot of guidance to people that were wondering like how are we supposed to feel about this?
Yeah.
Right? And like I think his sentiment when you like thought about it, you're like, that's right. Yeah, fuck all of that shit.
Yeah.
The
She
Johnny
ain't no
Rotten.
human being.
Yep.
Have you not followed
He's
him
a
over the past
lizard
couple of
person.
years, Jared?
No.
He was like a super Trump guy.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's like
he's-
his
he's,
thing.
like,
I mean, he used to wear swastikas and shit
Based
like
as
that
fucking shit,
in the
man. He's like the only guy in punk rock that like actually at least carries the ethos with him. You know,
Yeah,
fuck the man, and whoever the man is, that's who you fuck.
right.
But you said he was pro-Trump.
Well, some people don't get to go all the way. You know, they don't think it out logically.
Well, I mean, he's
I'd
getting
still
up
prefer
there in
that.
age. I think a lot of people were just like getting up there in age. They're just like, fuck it. I just want to see things shaken up a little bit, and they kind of compromise their
Well,
principles.
He's not pro Hillary. That's all that fucking mattered.
But you know what? Watching the deep state lose their mind over Trump. I mean, you know, I'm not a voter or anything, even if I wanted to be. But
What does that mean? Even if I wanted to.
You know, he might not be allowed to if you catch my drift.
let's just say I don't really care who wins, honestly. But the way the deep state has lost their mind with the mere existence of Trump, I find intriguing, right? Like I can't ignore the fact that he doesn't have any kind of agenda like I want. But he's not exactly part of the ruling camp either.
I beg to differ. I still think he was a plant from fucking day one. Look at all of the gifts he gave the left because they all lost their fucking minds. There's never been a single mobilizing force for the left as badass as Trump was.
You think
Still
he's been
is.
playing that role willingly all along?
I absolutely think he has. I think they people are too cynical to fucking,
Nick Jones
to do
over
anything
here.
else. Look, I'm just saying,
No,
give it what I
Well,
said.
some
Give it what
have
I've said
said that
about the LP.
he was. Some have said that he was bad for the brand, right? It's not that he wouldn't do what the deep state wanted, but that he didn't present it well. He would
wasn't a
say the
willing
quiet part
participant.
out loud.
I want you to think about this.
Stuff like, yeah, we've secured the oil in Syria. Okay, like don't worry, we've got the oil.
Okay,
Right?
so I want you to think about
He
this.
would blurt shit out and make these obnoxious tweets, and this doesn't make the empire look good, right?
Well, I'm
They
gonna,
want a
but I'm
Barack
gonna.
Obama who, in the words of Joe Biden, he's black but he's clean looking.
In the words of Joe Biden, what is he saying lately? I can't even understand him half
So-
the time.
In the words of Joe Biden.
So you can look at it like that, but I want you to think about this. 2008. You have the Occupy Wall Street movement, and left and right both start seeing it. The belief that either side offers anybody anything is failing. So you have a legitimacy problem. It is
has a
it is
legitimacy problem?
no, the entire establishment. It is impossible to argue that we had the highest voter turnouts that have ever existed during the last election. More people are participating in their sham system than ever before. So you tell me that that's not really what they want. They want as many people as possible hoisting them up.
Well, yeah,
And
we
they
saw
got
how
that.
heavy the campaign was. Remember
Well, if-
before the all the COVID social programming, the social programming was like, do you know when the election is? Do you need help finding your voting place? Are you registered to vote? Boom, boom,
Yeah.
register to vote, boom.
And
like
and
just
whether you're for Trump or
perpetual-
against Trump, you gave them everything they wanted. A fucking
right.
reason
I'm
to
sure.
get back
I'm
in
sure
there.
the big tech
Vote or
people,
die.
the big tech people identified. Okay, who is our political ally, and they got just like bombarded with vote or die messages, and probably that alone is probably enough to move things a few points here and there.
Like any anti-establishment person, what do they really get? Oh, he ended a war that was started like 2 weeks later in another country.
Who are you talking about?
Like I said, what did anybody get out of Trump? Like he ended the war in Afghanistan to be started at the next place they need to start it to get bigger dollars down the drain.
I think technically Biden can take more credit for ending Afghanistan. He's the one that like had to leave all the weapons behind.
Oh, good God.
I don't know. Of course, luckily we don't really have any say in it. Nobody does, regardless of who we want to win, it doesn't matter. But sometimes, when Titans fight, there's collateral damage. So I know there's different interests in play still.
You guys have ever had Clint on here?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Maybe,
Yeah.
Maybe you should listen more.
Who?
You should fucking listen.
Clint
Yeah.
Russell.
I
James
do
doesn't even
listen. I don't listen to many podcasts these days.
So anybody
But it was a
planning
good
on any
podcast.
vacations to Martha's Vineyard?
Nah,
How
I'm
can I get
illegal.
one of these free bus tickets? What exactly
Yeah.
happened?
What do you got to do to get
I've
one
only
of those?
seen
So-
I've seen the relevant memes,
Okay.
and I really don't understand.
It was a fantastic troll job, but I will say this. So libertarians, all the worst libertarians these days, they're the same ones that were crying about the queen, how elegant she was, and you shouldn't make fun of her, blah, 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 blah. They're also saying that this was the most disgraceful thing that DeSantis
first
ever
say what
done.
happened.
He was using humans.
Yeah,
as
tell us the
political-
story. I don't know
Okay.
what happened.
All right, so I don't have the 100% details of it, but the gist was there
I'll
was
fill in the blanks.
so the Governor DeSantis
Just
of
say
Florida,
Catherine Manguwar said before anything you'd say here, and it'll be true. I guarantee it.
I don't know.
Well, not to that, Nick. But anyway, yeah, I know. See, this is what we're talking about, Nick. You derail a segment when you say stuff like that.
Just continue.
He's giggling with the microphone off, everybody. But anyway, all right. So DeSantis sent illegal immigrants that came over the border. However, illegal. I know some people get triggered by that because no human is illegal. Blah blah blah.
They're migrants.
Yes. So she sent them to Martha's Vineyard.
Okay, let's just stop right there. So, first of all, how did DeSantis get ownership of these people? What
Okay.
exactly does that mean?
Well,
Did he
here's the
give them a
problem.
free
So-
bus ticket, or did he throw them in a
Yes,
car and drag their asses up there?
They were apparently they offered. They said, "Who wants to go to another place up north? Who wants to go to like Martha?" Apparently, that was
So it was
allegedly.
consensual.
People who might not speak
Well, I
English
wanna
might
know,
not know
was it
exactly what they're
consensual
signing
It's
up
or-
for.
it's as consensual as the ones Biden's been doing for the past 2 years.
What
Yeah.
is that?
Biden's been shipping people all over the country for
To
2
sanctuary
years to
cities.
sanctuary cities from the border because they're coming in and they can't deal with them as quickly as they come in because they've got court dates and court dates are backed up in the system because all court dates are backed up in the system.
Yes. So the guy who's running for the governor of Florida and for the Libertarian Party, his name's Hector. He's filing a lawsuit because this program, which you bus immigrants around to sanctuary cities, I think it was funding in their state. They were using Florida tax dollars, but apparently the immigrants he sent out were ones that crossed the border in Texas. So he's filing a lawsuits for improper use of tax dollars and stuff, which I think
Can we
is
get
great.
some of these free tickets for ourselves?
What's-
Like
well-
if I was in Florida, I could be like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
so
I'd like to go to Martha's
Yeah, I've heard that's
Vineyard."
already failed because he actually says in his it was written into the law that they can do that. The tax dollars can go to do this.
which is ridiculous. I don't know.
Uh,
I like I said, I
But
didn't
look,
know-
my
it
main
was-
con- Listen, my
here-
main concern is for the travelers or the migrants or the people involved. First of all, were they captured by DeSantis?
No.
Or were these are just like, hey, you happen to be illegal, and we happen to know, and I'm going to happen to offer you a bus ticket. I don't understand the
don't-
context here.
Yeah, I don't
I-
see how
I-
this works.
I think they were in the system. I don't know if INS picked them up or they were
In
caught
what
crossing
system?
the border.
In the federal system?
Yeah. Like they were
And then they
like INS
transferred
picked them
to
up.
the governor.
Like or ICE picked them up. Like ICE
So-
picked them up, and the program was instituted by these governors on the border.
Yeah, like Abbott,
Ice
the
is-
governor of
ice is
Texas, has
federal.
been sending.
So it was not
So-
consensual. It's not like they came across the border, like just walked across the border, and like I'm going to Martha's Vineyard.
No, they literally were like, I guess they were picked up, detained, and they said
It was
okay,
either like you go back
we
to
can't send you
Mexico
back,
or you
we're
go
gonna
back
send you to
to.
sanctuary
I'm gonna
city.
take
Yeah.
a wild guess, and this is what it is. Hey, you can sit here in one of our ICE detention facilities, or we'll put you on a bus and send you to this really expensive part of our country.
Well, but
How-
at
what are
some
they gonna
point there
do?
was somehow DeSantis is the one involved and not ICE. So at some point, there's
Well, yeah, he's
there's
the
a
dictator of
disconnect.
Florida. You guys didn't know
I
that?
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but ICE
He's always
doesn't work
catching shit
for him.
it.
Everybody
he's
loves the
always catching
dictator
shit
of
for it.
Florida.
I know.
Well, so I think the important thing is, so what's happened to those people now? They got captured by the army of Massachusetts or
well,
something?
yeah, that's
something
what
like
happened.
that?
So they
Yes.
went up there. They went up there at 50. It was only 50 immigrants, and people were freaking out. There was a few people that I did see that were like, "Okay, we'll open up our doors. We have room." But for the most part, people were freaking out because they're like one like the signs is
The
all
clips are
cringe.
genius, man. Like the optics are so fucking bad. for
optics
people.
were
It was
hilarious.
only 50 people.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's only
they
50.
flew 50 of them on a
We
plane.
just
And then they
simply
had-
don't have the services for this many people here.
Some people act like this is some kind of big burn on the left or something. Like I completely disagree. Like I
Oh,
just
no,
think
no.
it's-
The burn on the
it's-
left
it
is the video
it
of
is
them saying,
humiliating. I think this is an awful thing for DeSantis to capture people, ship them around for PR. I don't
Yeah.
care how good the memes are or whatever.
all right,
like,
okay, so
that's pretty
here's the
fucking
here's
up.
the problem,
You're
James.
using people as pawns in your political game.
Okay,
You know what? The
so-
only
Right.
thing that those people need when they get here is to just get out of their way. Okay, just get out of their way.
course.
There's plenty of us that want to help them, and we'll invite them into our homes or whatever we have to do. We don't need fucking DeSantis. We don't need the fucking busybodies in Martha's Vineyard. Like,
Yeah, but I think you guys are
It's-
you're
it's
missing the
appalling.
point
I'm with
of
you,
the point of the troll. Yeah, I'm of course like I don't agree with any of this. Like this should not happen. But what they didn't send them back to deport them. They transported them to Martha's Vineyard, and then the military came and rounded them up and took them away.
Took them to like
None of that-
was Coast Guard base.
all right.
in, like,
So-
Cape Cod.
how can we raise money to get these people weapons? Let's get right to the helping part.
All right, so
Okay?
so a few points.
Let's get these guys armed. Okay,
few
like
points. How do
we get
seriously,
them
they
some
got
3D
captured by the army of Massachusetts.
The-
Like
the-
Jesus
the
freaking
fate of
Christ.
these
They haven't
people-
fought a war since like Lexington and Concord up there.
How
Okay,
do we get them 3D
So
printers?
the fate of these
Yeah.
people is not different whether it was between DeSantis or fucking Biden. They both were going to ship them somewhere because that's what they're doing now. What this does do is it does give us some great video of the hypocrisy of the fucking left who claim to, oh, we want to help these people, and the minute they show up in their town, fuck that, we don't have enough room for them here.
see,
We have our own problems.
The
And
right
getting to
wing
see the
memes are
hypocrisy
like,
is fun.
see, the right wings are like, see, lefties, you need to fix the border. Now you're going to fix the border.
However-
aren't you?
Yeah, that they're coming.
And,
yeah, they're
and it
coming to
assumes that this border needs fixing. Okay, and that bugs the shit out of me to see people like take that for granted.
Did
because
you watch
that is
Kaufman's
wrong.
border video, Otto?
Oh yeah,
No,
let me
I
find the
have not seen
docs.
it.
Oh, let me get it up.
Yeah, let's watch. I want to watch this video.
Oh, it's great.
Let's watch it. With the
Give me a
listeners.
second. Bullshit
But
for
no,
a
no.
minute.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so I don't agree with any of this shit. Like I think this is a complete farce. I mean, I get your point, but the main point is the hypocrisy of the people who claim that this is like you said, no humans illegal, but yet they still don't want them, not in my backyard. Like let Texas, Florida deal with that let them deal with all that shit. It's just that it's that element. That's the
I mean,
Yeah,
it
but
does-
that
conclusion
hypocrisy
does
seems
highlight
to
the-
be
yeah.
designed to motivate them into being bigger dicks at the border, not to show them their hypocrisy and say, hey, we should all be more accepting of travelers and visitors, right? I don't think anybody is trying to make that message. I think everybody else is trying to make the message, see, now you're gonna help us lock the border down even more. Now you're gonna help us fix the border.
I really dislike this whole using people as pawns thing, and it's real rich, especially coming from, like, we'll say the Catherine Mangan-Ward libertarian left, who, what the fuck do anytime they post anything about being anti-war are they doing other than using fucking
100%.
bodies as fucking pawns in their political ideology.
Yeah, they're
Whether or
just-
not it's accurate is completely, up.
Yeah,
up
but
to
there's a
whatever.
difference between using pictures from war, than actually like capturing people and shipping them around the country. There's
Yeah, but that
still-
was
I
happening.
still
That
think
was
we-
happening one way or the other. This is just somebody else doing it.
Yeah, do you want to go to Auschwitz or do you want to go to one of the other camps? You get to decide, right? Like, is
I
it
wouldn't.
this-
I wouldn't. You see now you're comparing Martha's Vineyard to Auschwitz. Like, you can't do that. They were sent there just to say,
Which
hey,
one
you
had?
go to
Which
their
one's
government
housing more
facility.
Jews, Jared?
Well, technically, Martha's Vineyard at this point, but
We're housing a few Jews at this house
Wow.
under the floorboards.
Yeah, we should play this Jeremy Coffin.
Yeah, let's play
campaign
this coffin video. I saw
That-
it posted, but I never got a chance to watch
Oh,
it.
it's
it's
beautiful.
not as good as the last one, but it's still pretty.
It was
damn
good.
not
funny.
now.
Not the best.
It's
but
still
it's
it's
still
still
good.
pretty big.
it's better than whatever you're doing, Otto.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
is nothing.
Exactly. Hold on, give me a
Alright.
second.
Yeah, all right. Just keep making fun of me more. It's fine.
That's how I vamp.
Fine. Oh, good. Good to know. Good to tell all of your secrets. All right, let's watch this.
All right, here we go.
Thieves, parasites, lowlifes, scum. People coming over our border into our homeland to destroy what we believe in. Thugs, addicts. People of Massachusetts that don't share our values of liberty, property rights, and voluntary interactions. One of the most dangerous drugs that makes it over this border, destroying the
The
lives
science.
of many children, is a new one called CRT. If your child starts feeling guilty just because of their race, they may be taking this dangerous drug. We need to build a wall. Calling on all Mexicans and Canadians that want to end taxes, end the drug war,
Must be cool.
and think guns should be legal
Must think
to
guns
get
are
to New
rad.
Hampshire by any means possible. Get here illegally. I'm cool with that. I don't care
Extra
about
credit,
that.
bring drugs.
And we are going to make Massachusetts pay for them to build a wall. Am I inviting all Mexican drug cartels to come here? Absolutely not. What kind of drugs do they have? What is their policies on legal machine guns? Are their drugs any good? These are the kinds of questions that our immigration policy needs to be asking. Does this really make you lose it? I went to the other side. I went to a market
Oh, that's
basket.
brilliant.
It's like the
Massachusetts.
AOC. He's all
Yeah.
I
wearing
saw
all
3 of them
white.
wearing a mask.
He said he saw people wearing a mask.
And that's the kind of stuff, that's the way these people live on the other side of this border.
Trash.
People from Connecticut, you suck too. All right? We don't talk about that enough. It's a shithole state.
It's a shithole state.
Those commies in Massachusetts, they don't belong here. Canadians and Mexicans, get here and then send the commies back to where they came from.
Get
fucking
I'm Jeremy Kaufman, and if you're out there, please translate this message into Spanish.
These are the best campaign videos ever made.
Have you ever seen anything better as a campaign commercial in your
No.
entire life?
Dude, it's fucking
You'll
Absolutely
never
not.
see in the
Oh my
future.
god, people are so upset about it though. They're so
Fuck 'em.
angry.
I'm so sick of these fucking
Who's-
losers.
wait a minute,
dude.
who's angry?
so
this has
dense
gotta
and
be
dumb.
this is
Oh,
the
I know
best-
who's angry.
The highest quality shit I have seen in a lifetime.
Okay. The
Martha Bueno?
And I'm a lot older than you guys.
I'm telling you, well, let's just say the former chair of Virginia, who her and 6 other people decided to dissolve the state party because they didn't like messaging coming from national.
Yeah,
one of which they cited
What
was
does that have to do with
promoting
Jeremy
Jeremy
Kaufman?
Kaufman's videos.
They specifically mentioned that.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
but what she did was illegal. It's gonna work itself out, and
see.
she's a piece of
I can't
shit,
go any
along with the
further.
7 other people.
Dude,
and it
That's
was
right. They
against
did
the
some.
will
There was
of-
some kind of like attempt to dissolve the party. I was trying
They
to get
did.
them to do that in Pennsylvania for
Look,
years. They had like
on a long enough timeline,
$17,000
Nick's
in the
right.
treasury,
Yeah.
and I was like, dudes, just dissolve it. Spend the
Nick-
money on a party, dissolve it, and just
They will
call
not
it
let you
done.
have this. You will
Nick,
not be
Nick
able to play
Picone
with it.
the docs.
Yeah,
They're-
Nixerdamus or whatever over here.
What do you
yeah,
got?
Nick Trudon.
No, I said from day one, what's going to happen is either you're going to fucking take over the party and has a libertarian message, but more than likely they're just not going to let you have it. They will fucking destroy that party to make it useless to you at all costs.
Yep.
And
you know what,
even
that's
like
fine,
once
'cause
they
it's not
take it
even
over,
worth
that's what they're
anything.
doing with it. They're going to make it useless because they cannot let you have that power.
Yeah, they're gonna like salt the earth as they retreat.
And then I want you to think of that when you think LP. I want you to think if they won't even fucking let you have the Libertarian Party, you think there's any hope of them ever giving you any power within any government? No,
Yeah,
of
right,
course not.
exactly.
You can't even have the shitty third-rate team. No, you guys can't even have that.
But you know we
can't
can't
even
have
have the
this
minor
Jeremy
leagues.
Kaufman, and we can have Jeremy Kaufman, and we can have this kind of
Look,
you know,
Jeremy's
bringing
great.
this level, you know, bringing this level to the game.
But
right?
let's really lay out why that video kicks ass, and that's our boy Dan Smots.
Yes. Dan
Yep.
Smots. Yes, he is the creature behind that.
The
Love that guy. Hate that guy,
Can
but
we
love
get him on the show?
Well, he hates me. I love him. So that's
Wait,
that's
why does
their
he hate you?
relationship. He just does. I can tell. I've been around him enough.
No, that's just him.
Yeah, he's
I've
been on the show, dude.
Dan-
You were
Dan-
on
Yeah,
the
I
show.
know. And every
Dan's-
time he makes fun of me and rags.
Dan's my boy.
We
and,
always
like,
we all make fun of you.
I always leave thinking he
know.
hates me every time I've ever hung out or been around him.
Listen, if he even knew who I was enough to hate me, I'd be you know, feel like I accomplished something. Like
Eddie,
This is true.
And like
Anything
seriously,
not
that is some genius. This is just genius level messaging. Everyone is just as hilarious and brilliant as the one before it. Like they're not letting up. It's getting better and better. I don't know what this means for like politics or whatever, but as far as just like going viral
Entertainment?
and getting shit out there, I gotta believe this is incredibly successful.
I would remind people that he had a viral video for the Joe Jorgensen campaign, and they deleted it because it went viral.
Yeah. Wow.
There's still, you know how people say like, oh, the army's like, you know, they're fighting. They always are ready to fight the last war, right? Like they're always like, you know, the weapons are always built up to fight the last war, but not the next war, right? Like a lot of the old libertarians they're busy trying to fight the last war, right? Jeremy's into the next war, and you know what? You don't need a super PAC. You don't need to do all the traditional fundraising and schmoozing of groups. You've got the internet, you've got viral marketing, you've got the capability to reach, you know, leapfrog over the old school media outlets. So
But edgy messaging doesn't get you invited to Beltway cocktail parties, Babs.
That's my
Well,
favorite part. Is how much the Beltway hates.
David Bose won't be inviting anyone from punk rock libertarians anytime soon.
Unfortunately,
Right,
I got
Alex?
us blocked, guys. I'm sorry.
On his
Cato
podcast.
has blocked us.
really,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy's such a fucking
Wait,
dork.
Cato or just
Wait,
his
David
account?
Bose. Oh, I'm sure Cato too, because I've been trolling
You know
him.
what?
But
You know what
Cato put out. It was something. I think it was
Oh, that should be our mission to get blocked by Cato.
LP National
Libertarian
tweeted
art-
something
they're probably-
on Martha's Vineyard, and LP National just put Marxist Vineyard, and David Bose was like, "This is the type of shitlord edgelording that the LP has descended upon," and I just responded
Good.
with a GIF like, "Who are you?" And yeah, that triggered him. He blocked us.
Cato, remember they used to do all those articles like the libertarian argument for gun control,
Right.
the libertarian argument for border
Or
security,
UBI.
like
Which are
basically
mask mandates
their
and
vaccine
job is to
mandates.
take whatever's political and act like libertarians can like this too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The libertarian
no.
case for vaccine mandates.
Oh,
You know?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. You
exactly.
don't get me
Libertarian
started.
Swear
on
to
that.
God,
for
this is like-
genocide.
Yeah,
That-
exactly. There's nothing that they wouldn't be like, well, we can figure out a way.
Yeah.
It's like the
It's like,
NRA.
what is
It's
the
like
point,
the
then?
NRA. We're just here to figure out a way to make it palatable to restrict your rights.
Yeah.
How could we make you do gymnastics in your head to think that this is okay?
Yep.
Right. That's all they're good for. I mean, they like. I trust Scott Horton, who might add just left Twitter for good.
Oh,
today.
no.
I'm very upset about that.
Who
He
left
says
Twitter?
he needs the focus.
Wait, who
yeah,
did?
Scott Horton.
Oh,
He
Good.
He said he has to.
Good.
He
You
took
know what?
time.
Twitter drives people insane. Okay, like Scott's holding on as it is. All right, like I'd rather him pull back, focus on some
stay with his
books,
family.
do his thing. You know
Dude.
what I mean? Like, don't go crazy.
Now, you wanna
Like,
know what
we've-
the-
I mean,
The best thing I think I've ever seen in my life is when we were down at Childeberg, and me and Irma were just walking down the fucking like dirt road and whatever, and you just look over, and there's this Scott Horton got a circle of people hanging around him, sitting back in his fucking camping chair, pickup truck behind him, may or may not be rolling something.
Dr. Pepper and blunts in full rotation.
Just
Yup.
fucking holding court. And that is what his life should be.
Yeah.
Just fucking chilled out.
It is.
Hang-
I mean, he can go for like an hour on one breath.
Oh, dude,
Like,
it's
literally.
intense.
He was at the LNC
He does like
meeting.
circular breathing.
He was drinking a Coke at the LNC meeting. I was like, what's going on?
The fuck? You're not Scott Horton.
Yeah. You're not the real
God
Scott
bless
Horton.
him.
Wait, because he was
God,
drinking a
he's-
Coke?
He
he's
always drinks
definitely
Dr. Pepper. Like,
one of the treasures in
that's it.
in our circles.
Yeah.
I just wish I want him to skateboard more. And like, I want him to not have to do any of the shit that he
Look, when
does.
you're
That's
old, you
what I
can't
want.
be skateboarding as much. I hate to break it to you. When you're old, you're not going to be skateboarding as much either. You know
Yeah, I mean,
why?
look at
my
Bergman.
fat ass ain't skateboarding right now. Snap that deck, brother.
I'm right there with
It
you,
hurts
man.
more when you fall.
Longboards, unfortunately, were not meant for big boys, and
Well, that's sad. That's very sad. It's true, but it's sad. But yeah, no. So Scott. So my main point was, Scott's leaving Twitter, but he's the one who puts me on. The only thing good about Cato is their foreign policy. Some of their foreign policy writers are really good.
Some of
But
their
other than
homeschools, like homeschool, who spoke at our LP convention.
yeah,
She was
that's
pretty
right.
based. They have some.
Yeah.
There's a few good people within that organization, but overall, they're just Beltway, just garbage. Anyways,
Pretty
You know,
much.
Jacob Hornberger's pretty close to the Beltway, but we don't give him a hard time.
I love
Oh,
Jacob.
I do.
I saw him at the Ron Paul event. It was cool. It was
Nice.
fun hanging out.
We should get him back on the show if you guys want to.
Anytime, man. Because like his argument for open borders is what changed my mind really on it. I mean, not like I ever had a position on it, but like his stance like really personified like why I'm an open borders guy.
Who's this?
Jacob Hornberger,
Oh,
What's his position? I'm curious.
open borders.
No, I
Well,
mean,
he was
like,
like-
what is his justification for it?
He said it's just the most Christian
Libertarianism.
thing to do. He's like libertarian thing to be is just it's open borders.
it's not
Like, he
really
went
an
in-
argument.
I've
but-
heard his speech about it. He writes it up pretty good. He I haven't. It was one of those things like during the campaign where I really started like reading a bunch of his stuff, and he had a really good talk about it. We can bring him on. Let's bring him on and talk about it.
let's do it.
Yeah. No,
Talk
he's
about
he's
open
good. I
borders.
mean,
I-
I make fun of him. I make fun of him because he says he's a statist, right?
He is.
doesn't
He's-
think he's an
He's a
anarchist.
minarchist. He's a minarchist.
That's what he says, but yet I've yet to find the government thing that he's into. So maybe
Dude,
we
his
can, like,
speech was
let's
so
get him to
fucking
admit.
awesome.
Let's have him on and get him to admit that he's actually an anarchist.
Dude,
We did have him
Ron
on.
Paul. Yeah, we have had him on, but I want to have him on
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Before he was on as a candidate for the LP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get like no holds barred Jacob Hornberger on. You know,
Oh,
not
yeah.
trying to like run campaign, but
Yeah.
I just love the way he talks.
he's
like
just
this
a-
guy
he's
from
just a
Laredo,
good
Texas.
egg.
I know
just a
he's
good
he's
egg,
so good.
you know?
He's such a good guy.
He's a nerd, but he's just a good guy.
It's the Texas.
He's not as
man.
good as the coach.
There's something about Texas.
Good. Wow, we've already hit that hour. So thank you guys for listening. Sorry we took a little break. Probably we're going to be back at it again next Monday, but we're also going to continue to be at it after this podcast right here.
Oh.
So you guys want to check out our After Hours podcast, which we're recording right after this. You go over to our Patreon and
It's where we
you
like
can
talk shit on people, right?
Yes, yes. All the
Yeah.
things I'm legally not allowed
Especially
to talk about.
Alex,
We'll
since he's
talk
not
about
joining us.
that. Yes. Well, you don't want to. Way to go, Jared. People want to hear what Alex has to say.
He's
I might
he's
pop
wireless
in.
then,
We'll
you
see.
know.
Yeah, so Alex will definitely be on the podcast after this. So if you want to hear Alex and the rest of us talk, go to our Patreon, sign up for as little as $3 a month, and you can get access to our whole backlog of episodes that we've recorded before. There's hundreds
All the
over there.
backwash.
Yes, all the backwash you can handle. Slimy backwash.
All the
And,
wild shit.
Yes.
I'm gonna discuss adventures in Facebook dating.
Ooh, that should be good.
That's
From
after
Coach.
hours only. That's
Coach
after
Brad.
hours level
Right.
material.
All right.
That's what you get for like $1 or whatever you have to pay.
Yeah.
For that.
If the comedy trailers
$3.
rock it, don't bother knocking.
So please check us out on Patreon. If you guys don't like using Patreon, there's other ways to donate to the show at prlfans.com. And also please like and share and follow and subscribe and all that stuff on YouTube, Instagram, and at And of course, if you're watching right now, you see at Punk Rock Liberty. I am not the only admin on that, so please just know that. I don't
So
know why
if you
people
want to
just-
hate on it because it's Otto.
They think it's
you
just
know,
Otto.
like-
Like, it's
Yeah,
like
right.
it's not just me.
It
Anyway,
might be me. It might be Alex.
who knows? Could
It's
be
not
anyone.
all
you could hate
Otto.
on everyone kind of at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Right. So please
Collective hate.
like, follow, share, subscribe, tell a friend, give us a good review on iTunes, all that fun stuff. We really need your support, and we appreciate those who do. And also, if another way to support us is go buy a t-shirt. Go over to libertariancountry.com, and if you use the code PRL or PRL Podcast, you get a 10% discount. If you spend $50 or more, which I know you will because they've got so many cool libertarian shirts, not just punk rock libertarians, use the code PRL2 for a 20% discount when you spend that $50 or more. So until next time, live free
Or die.